So at the moment I'm in good mental health, and I'm realising and I'm feeling as I'm writing the book, I'm focused on a project that's for the greater good with the brain nutrition, that I'm channeling the universe, the hive mind, like the greater, the mass consciousness of man, of humans, I think have like a hive mind, which is like the mass consciousness of all humans ever. So it's kind of like God or the universe, do you know what I mean? And that's like the subconscious kind of thing, you know what I mean? And that's where you get your information from. Sometimes it can send you on bad paths as well if it's not working correctly, and it doesn't work correctly because of diet for me. So when I fix the diet and I get the brain nutrition right, my link to the mass consciousness and the information is clean and not corrupt. And when it's corrupt, that's when they get the bad thoughts, negative voices and all that kind of stuff. And I think that with my schizophrenia, the barrier between me and the subconscious, which most people can't hear, has been removed. So I can hear it, so I have insight into it, you know what I mean? And I think we all have it in the background, and we all have the same voices that I've got in my head and I can hear, but most people just can't hear them. So they've all got this self-destruct thing and all that going on in the background, whispering, and they can't really hear it, but they just get feelings from it, you know what I mean? And yeah, self-sabotage kind of stuff. But this, I think, is dictated by the diet. And when you eat a clean diet and remove all triggers and obstacles to this, then you get a clean connection, and the information is good and not corrupt, and the voices are positive in your head, and the influence and the subconscious. And this is the natural state of a human, and it being corrupted is an unnatural state brought on by unnatural foods and diets over years with people. And yeah, this is brain nutrition and how it affects mental health, mental performance, mental capacity, and also obviously a bit off the subject, elderly cognitive decline. And this is why we should all eat for the brain, to increase our connection to the mass consciousness and the information that comes to us. And I'm going to prove in the next 2 weeks that when the connection is good, the information that comes to me is clean and powerful. And as it's channeling through me and I'm writing it these last week or so, I can see how powerful and how good it is, and how like people will read this book that I'm writing and say, yeah, this is a guy who spent 30 of his years of his life doing nothing, contributing nothing, and then he wrote this book with this information in it. I want to do what he's doing. That's what I'm hoping, you know what I mean? I want to spread the word by my actions, by example of this book, of the videos, of the website, of all the good that I do in the next few weeks. People say, how's this man with schizophrenia done all this stuff after doing nothing his whole life since finding brain nutrition?